You know that feeling, right? You narrowly miss a flight or a train and you just feel this wave of relief. Well, this story is about four friends who missed their bus. And in doing so, all they really did was delay their final appointment. Let's get into it.
It's a pretty chilling thought, isn't it? What if fate isn't some path you can just decide to step off of? What if it's a destination that's going to find you no matter where you try to run? This very question is right at the heart of the terrifying story that happened to a group of friends who had no idea what was coming.
So our story doesn't start with a haunting. Not exactly. It starts with something much more ordinary, an argument at a bus stop in the middle of nowhere. And this is where the friends' fate takes a terrifying turn, starting with one of them making a ghostly return.
Okay, so picture this. One of the friends, a guy named Rahul, he's just fed up and impatient. He decides he can't wait till morning. His friends are begging him not to go, but he's not having it. He declares he's going to hitchhike home and just storms off into the darkness, all alone. His friends, Sana, Vivek, and Sunil, are just left there, worried sick, but totally unable to stop him.
Well, Rahul never makes it home. The next day, his friend Sana is in her apartment, and get this, it's locked. When she hears his voice just whisper her name, she turns around, and there he is, standing in the shadows. But something is horribly, horribly wrong. He's drenched, he's pale, he's covered in what looks like blood, and his eyes are wide with a kind of terror she has never seen before.
Before Sana can even begin to process what is happening, he gives her this cryptic, terrifying warning. He tells her that at night, she's going to hear voices, and he begs her, do not answer them, do not go towards them. And just as suddenly as he showed up, he vanishes, leaving nothing behind but a pool of blood on the floor. Shaken, Sana knows this wasn't some nightmare. A supernatural force has been unleashed, and Rahul, he was just the first. Now, the real haunting begins. And that brings us to the next chapter, the Phantom Bus. And right here, a really terrifying pattern starts to take shape. See, this isn't just some random haunting. It's a systematic collection. First, a ghostly vision pops up and gives a warning. Then, an empty bus appears out of thin air. And finally, another soul is taken. This methodical process makes it feel less like a ghost story and more like an inescapable, almost bureaucratic ritual. So, desperate for safety, Sana bolts from her own home and runs to stay with her friend Vivek. She tells him everything she saw, the blood, the warning. But she quickly finds out you can't run from this. The entity isn't attached to a place. It's attached to them.
In the dead of night, the silence is suddenly broken by the hiss of air brakes. An old, dark, and completely empty bus pulls up outside Vivek's house. Its door just swings open with this eerie creak all by itself. And even though Rahul's warning must be screaming in her head, Sana is drawn towards it, almost like she's in a trance. She walks out, boards the bus, and it just vanishes into the night, taking her with it. So now, with both Rahul and Sana gone, the last two friends, Vivek and Sunil, are in a frantic race against time. They know they're next. They have to figure out what's happening before that phantom bus comes back for them. The clues they have are few and far between, and all of them are terrifying. Rahul's gone, Sana's gone, and now Vivek is starting to see ghostly apparitions of Rahul, just like Sana did. As they try to piece it all together, a memory pops up, a beggar at the bus stop who insisted that no more buses were running that night. So where did Rahul go? Their only hope is to go back to where it all started, the bus depot.
As they're at the depot, desperately looking for any kind of clue, they overhear two workers talking in these hushed, somber voices. They're discussing a recent tragedy, and a single, chilling detail in their conversation is about to change everything.
This is it. This is the moment the whole mystery finally cracks wide open, and it reveals a truth that's way more terrifying than a simple ghost story. This isn't about revenge. It's about a debt that has to be paid. 4. The number is 4. The workers, they're talking about a horrific bus accident that happened on Monday night, the very same night the friends were supposed to travel. The bus had 30 seats and all 30 tickets were sold. But when the authorities recovered the bodies from the wreckage, they only found 26. 4 passengers were completely unaccounted for. And as you look at this timeline, everything just clicks into place with a horrible certainty. The friends were meant to be on that bus. They had tickets, but choosing to stay one more day, they cheated death. But, well, death doesn't like being cheated. The ghost bus is now simply collecting the 4 souls who were supposed to be on its manifest. And that's when the most terrifying realization of all hits them. This was never about Rahul haunting his friends. That was just the story their fear created. The truth was infinitely worse. They were fugitives from fate,
and a spectral bus was the cosmic bounty hunter sent to reclaim them.
This story is just a chilling illustration of inescapable fate, a theme you find in urban legends all over the world. The friends weren't being haunted by a person, they were being hunted by destiny itself. Their deaths were already on the books, and the universe was just correcting a clerical error. And so, the story reaches its grim, inevitable conclusion. After Vivek is also taken by the bus, only one friend, Sunil, is left. And by now, he is fully aware of the horrifying truth and his own impending doom. The ghost bus materializes one last time. As the door creaks open for Sunil, he looks inside. And there, sitting in the dimly lit seats, he sees them, the pale, silent figures of his friends, Rahul, Sana, and Vivek. They aren't there to help him. They're there to welcome him. There is no escape. His appointment has arrived.
As the bus finally pulls away, a grim understanding settles in, and it's captured perfectly by a powerful Hindi proverb. Likhi hui maut ko koi nahi badal sakta. It translates to, no one can change a written death. A final, chilling statement on the inescapable nature of destiny.
Which leaves us with one final, haunting question to think about. Their whole struggle to survive was, in the end, completely pointless. So if your fate is already sealed, does anything you do in the meantime truly matter? It's a thought that might just stay with you long after the ghost bus has disappeared into the night.